And we are back after a day where England finally turned up at the Women's World Cup. And more specifically, Lauren James turned up. 2 goals and 3 assists. Could have been a hat-trick if it wasn't for a very controversial offside decision. But what a performance. The 3-5-2 working absolute wonders for England as they stormed into the knockout stages with a 6-1 win. Speaking of storming wins, a great win for the Netherlands as well. As expected, we all thought it was going to be a thrashing. It was just a case of how many, but a 7-0 win for them saw them top their group. Today, we have 2 more groups that need to be decided, Groups G and Group F, because once again, FIFA can't get their alphabets in order. But before we get into it, as always, let me know down in the comments, firstly, what you thought of that England performance, and is Lauren James better than Reece James? Let me know down in the comments. And of course, drop a like on this video if you have not done so already. Share it with a friend. Subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of the new uploads. Let's get into all of day 14's action. As, like I say, 2 more groups will be decided. And these are the games that are going to be played in tomorrow morning's matches. And this is the group we're going to be focusing on first, which is, of course, Group G. Relatively simply set up. Sweden on 6, Italy on 3, South Africa and Argentina on 1. We'll start off with the game which I think really is just going to be a formality, and that is Argentina taking on Sweden. After that 5-0 victory over Italy, I think Sweden are just going to absolutely cruise this. I don't think the scoreline is going to be as flattering for them because they're basically already through anyway. I don't think... Well, yeah, sorry, they are already through anyway. The only thing they need to do is secure top spot in the group. So I think they'll probably rest a few players. But overall, I think it's just going to be another comfortable win for them. I'll go for 3-0. It could very easily be a lot more if they come anywhere close to the standards that they showed against Italy. The other game is much more interesting because South Africa need to win. Italy need to avoid defeat. And it is very, very tight to call because South Africa have actually played really well so far in this tournament. They've not been overawed by the occasions. It's just... they've not quite delivered enough in those opening 2 games to suggest to me that they are actually capable of beating Italy, which is, of course, what they need to do. The draw against Argentina is a good result for them, and to only lose 2-1 to Sweden is a fantastic result for them. Are they quite going to have enough to beat Italy in tomorrow morning's game? I just don't think they are. I'm going to go 2-1 to Italy. I'm definitely going to give South Africa a chance, and it wouldn't surprise me to see South Africa get the result against Italy, but I just don't see it happening. I think Italy will take the win, which will see them finish runners-up to Sweden in Group G, which I think is pretty much what everyone predicted for this group at the start of the tournament. After those games are finished, we will then switch our attentions back to Group F, and this one is much more finely poised. France and Jamaica both on 4 points, Brazil on 3, and Panama already eliminated on 0. So once again, we'll start with the game that I think will just be another formality, which is France taking on Panama. I'm going to go for 4-0. I could have very easily gone for a lot more. Brazil obviously beat Panama by the same scoreline, but France failed to score against Jamaica in their opener. So it's really just a case of, again, how many of the chances are they going to take? They obviously took the chances that they needed to take against Brazil after failing to do so against Jamaica. But Panama have offered absolutely nothing so far in this tournament. 5 goals conceded, no goals scored. It's just going to be an easy win for the French, and I'm going to go for 4-0 to them. Once again, the more interesting game will be taking place between Jamaica and Brazil, where in a flip reverse of what we've spoken about in the last group, it's the favourites that have to win against the underdogs that only need to draw. And something that is very, very important to take note of is that 0 right there, as we look at it, in that Jamaica haven't actually conceded a goal yet in this tournament. They've only scored 1, but they don't need to score tomorrow against Brazil. They just need to keep 1 more clean sheet, and they're into the knockout stage of the Women's World Cup. The only thing that is working against them, in my opinion, is that if you look at that France-Jamaica game, it wasn't a case of, oh my God, didn't Jamaica defend brilliantly? It was, oh my God, how did France not score? I think they hit the woodwork 3 times and missed a couple of very easy chances that they put wide. So I don't think Jamaica quite have enough to pull off another clean sheet. If they do, fair play to them. But I think if they concede the amount of chances that they did against France, you would expect Brazil to take at least 1 or 2 of them. And I'm going to back Brazil to take 2 of them. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Brazil, which would then see them finish as runners-up to the French in Group F. Those are my thoughts about all of tomorrow's games. Those are all of the scorelines there for you all at once. Thank you very much for watching as always. Let me know all of your thoughts down in the comments about tomorrow's action. Thank you very much for watching once again. I will see you tomorrow for day 15 and the final day of the Women's World Cup group stages.